guys, and welcome to episode 3 of my Pokemon Nameless FireRed Nuzlocke. So we had a little bit of a dilemma, for me personally, because no one else would see it obviously. Basically at the end of the last episode, I thought I had saved the game, so that we were going to restart here where we are now, but apparently I didn't. So I had to run through everything yesterday, which is when I was going to do the episode. Had to run through everything yesterday and basically replay it all from. So we'd done the first gym. Oh no, sorry, I had to do the first gym again as well. So I had to do the first gym, quickly got through all of that. Then we got through Mount Moon. I've got all the encounters the exact same, but some that are female might now be male and vice versa. Their natures obviously are likely to be different, but we hadn't checked those anyway, so that's not too much of a problem. But yeah, I've got everything exactly where we need to be. We have leveled ourselves up to, I think we're 22, which is ready for the gym. I did completely forget about Nugget Bridge, which now we're essentially over leveled for. But I think we were around like 19 and 20 on a lot of our Pokemon anyway, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. We've got a couple of evolutions, so I'm just going to grab this guy so that we can do those. So we just do them here, there's no reason to do them anywhere else. So we've got, oh, you've got the Everstone on you, let's quickly take that off. Get a nice shiny red Gyarados, which is always nice to have. We will take Bite, we get rid of Splash. I'm just going to quickly speed up these last two rare candies. And then we've got you as well. So as I was saying, most of our Pokemon are around this level anyway, so I think we're going to do Nugget Bridge first. And then we'll do the gym. I think we can do the gym now, but I don't know if there's any point. I might as well go up, get that stuff done, come back down, and then we can move on towards 1 million afterwards. You know, assuming we get through the gym, that is, of course. I'd like to hope so. What TMs do we have? Anything that's good for anyone? No one else can have that. No one can have that. Right, so we'll just go with what we've got. Do we want to have this team? Or... oh, you've got the Everstone as well. I don't even know what level you evolve, but... as I said before, you're no good to us in this gym anyway, so we'll take that. I can't put it in my bag for some reason. Chuck on you, and then we'll withdraw it in a minute. So we'll go do Nugget Bridge first, and then we'll tackle the gym, which I'm sure will be difficult because it's a water type gym, so a lot of them are going to have probably ice moves as well, which makes them a real serious problem for us. But we do have a good team, although we have, well, you're weak to water, you're weak to ice, you're weak to ice, you're weak to ice. So yeah, but I believe there's some grass up here, so we can get another encounter, and that new encounter may actually be vital to us in the gym. So you never know, might be a really useful Pokemon, which is another reason why really we need to do Nugget Bridge first, just in case we get ourselves in a sticky situation. Hopefully this will be a good episode, and we get some good content. Should be able to do Nugget Bridge at least, obviously, and then the gym here, that should all be pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I mean, to be fair, at level 15, we're not that over leveled at all. Get through all of that, and then I think we make our way down to Vermilion. I'm just trying to think of how many encounters we can get this episode. We've got one up here. On our way down to Vermilion, there's another bit of grass. Then you can go to the right of Vermilion, and you can also go in the tunnel, I think. So if you can, then that's 4 encounters, which is, you know, that's quite good. 4 encounters before we get to Lieutenant Surge's gym, which will definitely prove to be a hard one. Although we do have a ground type, so he will come in clutch for us there. And grass is not too bad against electric, but as I say, I don't know the type of moves they have to counter the fact that they're weak to stuff. So usually in these Romhacks, you'll go into the gym like knowing that you're going up against a fire type gym, right? So you feel like you're safe and confident to go in with ground and water types. And then all of a sudden they have a counter to the ground and the water types, and then you're in a really, really sticky situation. So hopefully we've got luck on our side though, and we don't struggle too much. Our Gyarados has got Moxie, as you can see, which is absolutely huge, because as soon as he gets 1 KO, his attack's then boosted, and can potentially sweep through the team. So if we go for Bite, because of the boosts, I may one-shot. No, nearly, very nearly. But obviously it's not super effective or anything like Bounce was. Sometimes I think I speak too quickly. I'm still getting used to, you know, recording these videos and the chat and everything, and sometimes I'm just talking so fast that I start messing up my words. I should probably just calm down a little bit, take it nice and easy. Nugget Bridge shouldn't be a problem for us. We've beat our rival, so that's out the way. The next hard thing for us to do will be the gym leader, hopefully. I don't expect to face anything too troublesome up here, but again, oh, he's not got his fire typing yet, has he? No, that's a lot of damage considering we're a physical attacker. Get that Moxie boost. I think Moxie may well carry us through this whole Nugget Bridge up until we get to Bill's house. Bounce is a solid move, but I'm just really not a fan of the 2-turn moves. Especially if they don't one-shot, because obviously if the other person can read that you're going to do a 2-turn move and they go for a swords dance or something like that, then you're in a lot of trouble. To be fair, this area that we're going through now is probably the most tedious part of the game, because you've got Nugget Bridge where you've got, I think, 5 trains on the bridge, and then there's usually one person standing at the end. And then when you get to the top, there's like 6 or 7 trainers. I don't know how many of them you can avoid, but there's a good few. Oh, it's nice to see a Pokemon like that in here. What is he, Gen 4? Gen 4 or Gen 5 I think he is. But yeah, there's so many Pokemon up this area. So many Pokemon trainers up this area. I don't think there's nowhere near this amount anywhere else in the game. So it'd be good to get this out of the way with. Take up a lot of time, I'm sure. Love the Moxie boost. So powerful, even more so you think when we get much stronger moves. I think obviously Waterfall. I think we potentially get what is it, Dragon Dance? If we get Dragon Dance, that could be huge, because if we do one Dragon Dance, which obviously increases speed and attack, and then we go into, into battle just defeating everyone, we're getting that Moxie boost on top of our one Dragon Dance, which is just huge. We'll give him a potion because, as I say, I may as well just continue going through with him. Well, you see, we don't have a lot of Pokeballs, so let's quickly run down here because we do want to get an encounter when we get through that bit. Quickly heal. Some more TMs would be great because my Pokemon do not have the best set of moves. Pokemon. Grab. Oh, I've got quite a bit of money. 10 Pokeballs. I don't really care so much about Repel. It's a bit annoying because obviously we can't capture anything that we run into. So, go a couple of potions. I'll leave antidotes and stuff like that because they don't do damage over time anymore in this game, so you don't have to worry about it. And obviously, you can't use it in battle anyway. Excuse me. Sonic Boom. Interesting. I should really check all of these homes because, as I said before, people just chuck out TMs, and obviously when it's a ROM hack, sometimes the NPCs are a little bit different to they usually are in the standard game. Like, I know we should get Dig soon, which would be really good actually, but again, that's another 2-turn move. But it will be great against Lieutenant Surge. So that's definitely something I have to keep in mind. And as long as they don't have Earthquake, they obviously can't hurt us when we are underground, which is massive. But I can't imagine our Diggersby is going to outspeed someone like a Raichu, do you know what I mean? So that might not be as beneficial as I think it's going to, but definitely use it. Because I think the only move he's got at the moment, ground move, I think is Mud Shot, and that's special, and he's a physical attacker, so we would definitely be better off with Dig, and that's likely to probably one-shot whoever we use it against. It's just if we can obviously take the hits before we commit to using Dig. But so far so good. He's only got one Pokemon, that's lovely. Although he may have a rock type move. Don't think he can one-shot us, but it's a very dangerous move, I don't like that. But second bubble should KO. Thankful for that. Rollout is a very, very scary move, especially when you know it's super effective against the Pokemon that you've got out. Right, we have one more. I think, do we battle this person? I can't remember. Just a fabulous prize, a nugget. I mean, if it was up to me, we would definitely join Team Rocket. There's a ROM hack where you get to well, you basically, the whole ROM hack is that you're in the organisation Team Rocket, and you're just is that Zora again? Yes. Yeah, you're in that organisation, and you're building yourself up through the organisation to become like the leader and take over from Giovanni. That is by far, I think, to this day, my favourite ROM hack. It's just so fun, and that's so big as well. There's a couple of different ones, but my favourite one is you start off at what the island's called. It's like a little area that, you know, it's a whole new island that's been created based on that Romhack. And then you go Kanto, you can go Johto, and I also think they're now trying to build it up so that you can go to Hoenn, I think. But I'm pretty sure at the moment the Hoenn one is only in, I don't know if it's Spanish that it's in at the moment. So I'm just waiting for that to be finished, and then I'll probably play through all of that again, rather than just starting from the end of Johto, because, you know, it's a lot of fun. If you're someone who enjoys Pokemon, then you get a lot of good value for stuff like that. These ROM hacks are amazing things. The creators are just, yeah, they've gave everything that the audience wanted, basically. If any of these were mainstream games, would be all over them. The money that they could make, crazy. Right, so we're Route 24. I think this is all Route 24. So we shall get our new encounter now. Please be someone good. Right, another flyer, but it is a fire flyer when it evolves. So, yeah, I mean, Staraptor is better, in my opinion, than, oh my god, I forgot the final evolution. Alright, Fletchinder, Talonflame, that's the one. Yeah, to be fair, they're both really good Pokemon for sure. And obviously having that, you know, that fire type moves will be massive. So it's definitely someone useful. Obviously not for this gym, and certainly not for the next gym. But after that, you know, it may be useful against some others. Ice type gym leader, the Elite Four for sure. I haven't gave anyone false vibe except for Paris, so I put her in a PC, didn't I? Yes. Really switch out to you because you'll be able to take a hit. I kind of want to put it to sleep or something. We'll try one more Pokeball and then we might have to try and do a little bit of damage somehow. Definitely don't want to stay in there. I'm not going to be able to hit you. You're just going to KO him. I think you're too strong. I mean, I think we can take one hit at least. Only level 13. We should be okay. Oh, we can definitely take a quick attack. We'll take a couple of those. Missed. Standard. That's fine, we don't want to attack. Good. Let's go, maybe you'll fancy. Nope, not interested in that either. Or even get a shake? I feel like I'm not allowed to catch it. Just one shake so I know that the game's not bugged. Thank you. There we go. I'm starting to get concerned then, like something had happened to my game and I'm not allowed to catch Pokemon anymore. We do need a name for you. What are we going to go with? Fire type, you're red. I know. A drink that I really do not like, but makes sense. There we go. I'm sure you'll be a solid Pokemon. Are you no need for me to battle you or even test that out at all, because obviously we're already leveled. But don't know why I did it. Don't ask me. If you hear me typing on my keyboard at any point, just do a timestamp now whenever I capture a Pokemon. Just to make it easier for me when I'm editing. on Friday today, innit? Yep. How's everyone's weekend gonna go? Anyone got any nice plans? Like, I'm probably just talking to myself because no one gets this far in the videos, but you know, you gotta give to the audience, and at least pretend that I'm speaking to someone. But to be fair, the second video has just gone past 100 views, which you know, it's not massive or anything, but it's a nice little achievement. You know what I mean? To obviously have what the intro was on about 67 views, then the first video got to about 70 something. And then the second video is now past the first video, which is kind of cool because it's like, if you've decided to watch the second, you're probably feeling like you want to go watch the first because you kind of just jumped into something, not kind of knowing, you know, where it all begun from. Maybe that's what you can do with your weekends if you ain't got no plans, and sit there and watch the first episode, and you've obviously got this episode now to watch. What's this old lady doing up here? Okay, I'm assuming that's going to be hidden power then. Yeah, sure. Who should we give it to? Let's give it to, let's see what yours is. Ghost. No good. That's no good for him really because he's got bite, so it's not needed. Who else could use a nice move? What about you? Fire? That's cool. I'm pretty sure everyone can learn hidden power. I'm going to give it to you if you can obviously learn it. Yes. That's a funny one because obviously we've just got a fire flyer, but now we've got hidden power, and that's going to be fire type if we use it on this Pokemon. So it's kind of like, do I even need the other Pokemon now? We'll just check. Anyone else who want to check? Maybe we'll check our starter Pokemon just to see. Ground would be cool. Electric. Electric's also cool. Because we can use that against the water type gym. Yeah. Oh no, I don't need to speak to you, do I? I just need to teach it. Yeah, that could be good to be fair. I don't know if that'd be stronger than our grass moves, but it's obviously an option for sure. 60, that's a special. Nah, we won't teach her, but at least we know it's electric for him if we want to use it at a later date. So I mean, that's another new thing, like she's obviously not usually there. So is this a different route? It is. So we got another encounter here, which is awesome. I had no idea we got one here. So let's see, let's switch you in first and heal you up. Just so we can try and put them to sleep straight away. As I say, no idea what's in the grass, so it's a surprise to me and everyone else. As dupes, funnily enough, I've got it up front now. So we get to re-encounter. Hopefully something exciting, maybe Rolts. Wouldn't be mad at that. Dupes again. Hopefully there's something in this grass that we can actually capture. We can capture that. I don't want to, but we can. Guess there's still, you know, fodder, I guess. Never ever use that Pokemon. I can't imagine it's very good. I mean, if it gets Quiver Dance, I guess there's potential, but definitely not something I'm excited about. When they wake up, I may even poison powder just to get damage, although I don't know if this is gonna attack a move. We got a Vine Whip. It'll do nothing, is it? Definitely not a fan of this Pokemon. I got a fancy name for you though. I feel like it suits. It's definitely a Pokemon that I'm happy to sack if there's ever anything difficult coming up. We feel like we need to ditch a Pokemon. The only problem is I can't imagine us ever going to be in my party that I can even do that. So kind of a waste of an encounter, in my opinion. It is what it is. I have no idea what else is in that route. Obviously, we see the Bellsprout, we see the Bunnelby. So, oh, don't start. Oh. Sometimes certain trainers are just so annoying. Like, I'm glad they both hit back to back, but in other times I would have missed like 3 in a row just then. Right, let's switch you back up front. It's just a safety option, and I want you got a Gyarados. It's just have him at the front. What is Diggersby holding? Is that still that Everstone? I know. He picks up berries. I don't know why or how, because he doesn't have pickup. He just randomly gets berries. I mean, that'd be really cool if we could have the Tyrant right now, but we can't, so... Don't get hit by the poison point. No poison? Oh, I just know it's going to happen. It's so annoying. It happens way too frequently for my liking. Excuse me. Hopefully we've got an antidote. Yes, we've got 3. Get rid of that. Get a potion. I wish we had cut now so I could get that TM. We'll definitely be coming back up here for that. Nice flinch. I don't feel like that happens too much, you know. All the Pokemon fights that I've seen, all the ones that I use bite quite frequently on certain Pokemon like this, I hardly ever see the flinch come through. Maybe poison and dark. Bite's probably still our strongest. I mean, I can't be bothered to wait the 2 turns for bounce. Don't miss, please. Thank you. Nice, nice. Right, no surprises up here, I hope. Bow you and me. Yes. Nearly there. Nearly there. 30 minutes in. We've still got gym leader to do. We should still be okay to make our way down to the million afterwards. See, it depends on how the gym fight goes. Ugh, that's no good. What's happening to you now then for Bite to not do that much damage? You can't be in love all the way up there in the sky. What don't you? Female. Have we got... I don't know what type in this thing is. I would have thought fairy and... I don't know. Fairy and normal. Please don't sing. Nice, 2 damage. Big hits. See, this is like, this guy's so bulky, it makes you want to bring him to the gym, but I know he's weak to the everything, so I don't want to. Good damage, to be fair. Not even stab moves either, so... What's your last, mon? Let's switch to be safe. We'll try our hidden power fire. See how powerful it is, shall we? I think wing attack probably one-shots, but I would like to see how powerful this hidden power is. Not horrible. I hope you learn aerial ace, just so I don't have to worry about accuracy and stuff like that. I think that's one of my favourite moves for a flying type, is aerial ace. Now if I'd have learned Sweet Scent before, I'd have been able to get an encounter on there, on the tree, which would have been cool. Maybe I'll go back and get that so that's ready for next episode, and then we can do an encounter like that when we see a tree. That's just, I've got to find the tree first before I find the grass. If not, I'll just be running into the grass to get the encounter. SS and ticket. The reason why we had to run all the way up here. there a TM along here? No, not anymore. Right, only thing we have left to do is to take on the gym. Just thinking about the way that I want to play it out, really. Do I have any berries? Yeah, but not ones that we want. Yeah, from a burn. Defroster. I don't know if she has Scold on Starmie. Since you're my counter to Starmie, I put that on you. And I'll put that on you because you're going to be our lead, I think. Just have a look in the PC. What have you got? Because the thing is that, like, most of those in the PC I'm happy to sack off. But it's just, I obviously need a team that can also do damage. And whilst I've got my Quilladin Gyarados, Diggersby's probably no good, so I need to get rid of him. Who would be the most useful thing to take in there? Because I think Paris is probably going to get one shot because they've got ice moves. I don't think Flabebe evolves. Let me just have a quick check on the other screen. Oh, she evolves at 19, apparently. She is 19. It's not very reassuring. Let's take her out and quickly check. I'll level her up to 22. And see, because she's a fairy type, that might give us a little better of a team. So now wish. What moves do you have? FireRed, Razorleaf. Get rid of tackle. Does she evolve? Yes, at 20. Maybe I stopped that when I was rare candying my Pokemon up before because I didn't want you guys to miss the evolution. That makes sense. Because Florges is a really good Pokemon, but you need to find a shiny stone. I have absolutely no idea how to get a shiny stone in this game. Alright, let's have a little look at our team then. So, speed wise, 27. Defense 52. Oh, you're high in speed because you've got timid in you. Yeah. It's a bit annoying it's timid to be honest because that lowers our attack. You've got good special defense. Raises speed in sunshine, but we can't set up the sun. Right, I think that's what we go into the gym with. Don't think there's anything else that we can do to prepare any better. I mean, to be fair, we can actually go get another encounter if we wanted to, I think, because the policeman has moved away from this door. So I think if we go in here, deal with the rocket grunt. It's also how we get dig. So I think if we beat him, we get dig, and we can also then run down and get another encounter. We could probably go all the way down to the million actually as well, and get our encounters from around there. But it's just if we want to do that. So I've took out Diggersby now, and he'd have been solid for this. He poison dark, is he? Did not know he was dark, I thought he was just poison. Makes sense. I know it's poison fighting, isn't he? I'm just trying to prepare as much as I can for this gym, because as I will do for every gym, because I obviously don't want us failing. I mean, I couldn't tell you what Pokemon would actually help us in that gym. A solid electric type, probably. I don't think we're going to end up getting an electric type. But we give it a go, see what happens. Berry trees. Apricorn. Don't want apricorn, I want some berries, please. Right, encounter. Which bit of grass do we want? We'll go this bit. Come on, something good. Right, we've already got you. I've seen you 3 more times as well since. Should probably switch you to the front. Come on, something good. I feel like in the normal Gen 1 game there's fire types here, but I don't even know if I really want a fire type, to be fair. Electric type would be great. I don't know what electric type could be here that's going to be that useful though. Surely it's not just Bellsprouts. Oh god. I feel like this encounter might take a little while. God. Honestly, if we don't find something in the next 2 encounters, I may actually just cut the video until we find something. Oh my god. These are all dupes. There's got to be something else in this grass. Right, one more attempt. If not, I'm going to quickly cut the video and I'll be back when we actually find something else. Because this is painful. Right. We've finally found our encounter. And I'm not going to say that I'm mad at it at all. I think though, don't you need... I'm trying to think off the top of my head. You need a Firestone to evolve Vulpix though, don't you? I think. Let's have a look. You do, yes. You do need a Firestone. I don't know how easy they are for us to get. I don't know if I'm even going to end up catching it. But we will certainly give it a go. It's definitely a Pokemon worth using, for sure. If we can get it to the point of evolving, you know, because it's going to be... It's not great right now. It's not great for this gym. I mean, it's probably okay for the next gym, although I probably won't use it. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one to catch because I can't really bring in any of my Pokemon that can put it to sleep or stun it because they're grass types. Never mind. Had a burp coming through. Nice easy catch in the end. That's massive for us. There's a great Pokemon. Well, I say great. That's great compared to what we've been seeing so far. So I need to. I'll call that then. Let's go. Just make sure it's not taken. No. Actually, no, let's not. Let's change that because it goes with colour. There we go. So that's good. Alright, next thing is to deal with the gym. Now, we have a situation in the sense. Speak to these, make sure they're not trying to give you a free Pokemon like they usually do. Yeah, we have a situation in the sense where we can actually, I think, go towards 1 million and get another encounter. I would really love an electric type because I do think we may struggle in this gym because we've obviously got the grass counters, but I know for a fact that they're going to have ice moves. Sure. Go do Gyarados. Great, yeah, that's where we want it to be. Special defense, yeah, great. Yeah, so we could go and get another encounter. Yeah, let's see if we can actually. Oh, because I'm not certain. Do you ever need a rat? No, I don't. As I say, it's a Romhack, so it's a little bit different to usual, but I think same rules apply in the sense when you're trying to go to new areas. Yeah, so we can get an encounter here. I have no idea what's going to be in here, but we will get our encounter now. Got that. Seems like a lot of the same stuff are around. This is Route 6. Oh, funny. Same thing again. Obviously, Bunnelby, Starly are the only things that are in every single route. That's different. That's rubbish, but it's different. I don't think this is going to help us out at any point ever. And again, that's just one of them Pokemon I just don't think we're ever going to find that being in our party, because I don't know what it's going to do. That doesn't transform and keep the shininess. I imagine it's probably keeping the catch rate of the Gyarados, which is not going to be easy. Or is that? Oh, I guess it doesn't keep the catch rate of the Gyarados. I mean, I would have preferred to have caught a second Gyarados, but yeah, So we're not getting very lucky with these encounters, I've got to say. We're definitely struggling with encounters, sure. Right, I guess we should probably go do the gym now then. We've got another encounter. I mean, that encounter was a complete waste if I'm honest, because that's not going to do nothing to help us in the gym. The Vulpix encounter I won't say is a waste, it's a good Pokemon. That's not going to help us in the gym again though. So, yeah. Let's make our way back up here. I think I'm gonna have I'm gonna cut it here quickly, just to get our team ready, and change on the bottom of your screen so you know who we're rocking with. We are going to be going into the gym with this team. Everyone has leveled up to 22. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but even though I messed about with the level stuff beforehand, we should technically be 22 and the gym should be 20, just to make it that little tiny bit easier for me. I did mess about with the settings before to check things over and test them to see if there's any way to do it. The only way you can lower it is now by putting it to easy, which I don't really want to do. If you put it to easy, the gym leader's levels just drop straight away without you even having to do anything else, and obviously don't want it to be really easy. If that is a change that I make at some point, because I feel like, you know, it's a bit annoying. Like I just wish the settings that I made would stick, basically. As I say, we should be in 2 levels higher every time, which we're not, so we happen to be the same level, which is obviously a bit of a downer, because that's the main reason why I picked this game, is because it had built-in settings that all seem to work. Well, not necessarily work because I hadn't played it before, but built-in settings that I thought were going to make it, you know, a nice smooth run, and that not working is a little bit of a pain, but you know, if we fail at some point, we fail. It is what it is. We are going to go for the cheese strat, because I don't think we have a lot of options. So we're hoping this lands. And it does. So we're now going... I guess the strategy would be, we just Vine Whip. Yeah, gonna have to be. Hopefully, don't wake up straight away. That's one turn. How lucky can we get? What's that? Berry juice. That's not good. Because I don't think we KO here. We have to hope that they stay asleep, or we KO, which we don't. Please stay asleep. Does. They're gonna potion here. As long as we outspeed on the next turn, which we did, didn't we? Because we got the sleep off. So even if they wake up, they skip a turn though, don't they? Because they use a potion, which means we get the KO here. So that's one Pokemon down. I don't think he's got his ground type, so he's not quad weak to grass at the moment, but I don't think his defense is that good, so we go straight for the Vine Whip. Lovely, that's 2 Pokemon down. This next one could be hassle for us. I think we try to go for the sleep again, but they're faster. So hopefully we land asleep. Breakthrough? No. I think we go for the sleep again. Bubble Beam shouldn't kill. Where does that leave us? Snapped out. Great. Land it. Perfect. I thing is, I don't want to switch out because then we essentially miss a turn of damage. So I'm gonna have to go for Vine Whip. Oh, interesting. Because it's still gonna be asleep when it comes back in. I don't know if Sleep Clause is on, so just in case it is, I'm going to go for a Stun Spore here. That's going to KO us. Oh, we survived, please land. Oh no, we miss. That's such a shame. Yeah, that's gone. And with Play Rough, to be honest, this could just wipe our whole team. I'm going to have to go Stun Spore again. But it's probably going to Play Rough and let's go one-shot us. Yeah. The only other thing I can do... I'll bring you in for the Intimidate. I don't know. Play Rough a physical attack? I think it probably is. Gyarados can't kill from here, and I think it even one-shots Gyarados. But if I go get the Intimidate, I guess we have to go for a bit of damage. If we lose Staravia, we lose Staravia. It's not ideal, but it's obviously no good for the Electric Gym anyway. And that'd be, you know, a very valued sacrifice. I need to get it into a range where I can cleanly swap in Gyarados, go for Bounce, hope that that lands, because if that missed, then Gyarados is probably gone. And then with Starmie coming back in, Gyarados will be able to bite to probably finish that off in a turn or two, but it should be able to take on Starmie without a problem. Hidden Power is fire. Growl's no good. That's usually a special attacker, so I'm pretty sure Play Rough is physical though. We have to go for Wing Attack. Get that bit of damage. It's gonna KO us, I'm sure. Oh, we survive. Problem is I don't know if they've got more potions to use. So, but we just have to go for it, sack them off. Oh, that's gonna KO us. Oh, that's unfortunate. I don't know if Gyarados kills from here. And I don't think anyone can take a Play Rough. That's super effective on Mighty Anna. I really don't want to lose our starter here. We have to go into Gyarados. I'm gonna have to bounce and hope we just don't miss. I think we outspeed, which we do. Please don't miss. Please don't miss. Oh, it doesn't KO, but we do get the paralysis. We get a full power. What berry do you have? Oh no, I've scored the paralysis. Please don't KO. Oh, we eat that. Does a bite kill? I don't know if a bite kills. I don't know how effective Dark is. Well, I know Fairy moves are super effective to Dark, so a Dark move is probably not going to be that effective. So we're going to have to go for Bounce at the risk of a may miss. Please land. Please land. Yes! Oh my god. So we should, it's not over yet, but we do get the Moxie boost. We should be able to bite for the KO. It's still asleep, I think. It's not asleep. Why is it not asleep? That's obviously one of its ability, I think, I'd like to hope that 2 bites KO, because we're super effective. We've got the Moxie boost. I can't imagine it can one-shot us, but it probably does outspeed. It does outspeed. Bubble Beam shouldn't do a lot. But it does lower our speed, but they outspeed anyway. We just have to go for another bite, that's all we can do. I don't even think a crit kills, right? Right, no, that's fine. Done? Yes. Oh, these gym leaders are so stressful in this game, it's crazy. I've got enough grey hairs already, but going against these gym leaders is something else. As I say, I feel like messing about again with the settings, trying to make it, because they're in-game settings, you've seen me use them, but trying to make it so we go into the gym at a set level. So say that's 22, like we just did then, and then they should be 20. Now that's like extra difficult because it's not supposed to be how it is. So obviously I was using this as kind of like a stepping stone to obviously get used to Nuzlocks and stuff. And the game's kind of thought, yeah, we don't want you to get used to Nuzlocke, so we're just going to keep it hard for you. And I'm obviously not getting that luxury to be able to, you know, just kind of ease my way in. Because I've got it on medium difficulty, which is fine. But then that's also supposed to be medium difficulty. We go into the gyms, like I'll show you again. Because this is what I keep messing about with. Like all of this stuff is all turned on. I don't know if all of this being turned on is the reason why I can't do this, but basically level limit prevents Pokemon from gaining experience, right? So it stops me, so I can't level past 22 until I've defeated that gym. So as you've just seen, I've defeated it. The next gym I think is around 27, which means I will be able to go up to 29 because I've put it 2 levels higher. So the gym leader, his Pokemon should be 27, and then I should go in 2 levels higher. As you can read this with me, and you obviously understand. Would you like to turn it off? No. Would you like to change the level threshold? So I'll go on yes. You got matching level, which obviously means that, you know, you go in at 30, they should be 30. 1 level higher, which means I can go in at 31, they'd still be 30. So I've got it on this, so I'm 2 levels higher, or supposedly 2 levels higher. And then you've obviously goes up to 15, and then you've also got this. And I had to mess about with it a little while because I wasn't sure if I needed to be on lower to basically say that the gym leader will be 2 lower than me. But I don't think that's how it works. I think I'm supposed to put the higher instead. But I mean, I can try the lower to see if it makes any difference, because obviously I can change it at any time anyway. But I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't seem to be working. Level limit set to 2 levels lower. That's not what I've done, is it? Let me do that one. No, yes. There. Yes, so I should be 2 higher, but apparently never seems to be the case. But luckily we've got through that gym. We did lose some Pokemon, unfortunately. They're not ones that I want to use, but I think based on the rules, so let's check. Based on the settings I've done, those 3 that you see that are fainted, right? They shouldn't, even though I'm now going to go to Nurse Joy, they shouldn't heal those, so they should still stay fainted. Let's see if that works at least. We'll go here. Yes, okay, so that's good. It's the first loss that we've had, and we have had 3 of them, which, you know, is quite a bit. But we'll name this. I don't know if they're all fit. Just gonna put Death Box. Oh, it does if I keep it as 1 word, so that's fine. We'll do that. Death Box. One. Was it him? No, it's him. 2. It was one. Yes. 3. We will pick you back up now. This guy is here and only level 17 because I went to level him up and he went to evolve. So we've had to obviously leave him there. We leveled him up to 22 just to basically get people up to the same sort of level, so we don't have to do it on screen at any point for you guys to see, because it's a bit of a waste. These guys are all 22 now, so I won't bother leveling them. The next time I really do like a mass leveling is when we're about to take on a gym. But I will quickly level him up to 22 so you can see the evolution. I did have a pop-up come up on my screen. Hopefully it didn't come up on the video, but if it did, then it is what it is. So yes, we want to get him so you can watch the evolution. Now I've got him and I've also got a Vulpix now, so I've got 2 fire types, but at least I've lost my Staravia, which is obviously my flyer, and I can replace it with this one at least, so it's not too much of a loss. Those are my 2 effect mons though, which stands for sleep and all that sort of stuff. That's quite a big loss, especially because going into the electric gym, the victory bell or the weeping bell, I can't remember which one it was. I think it's the weeping bell. That would have been, you know, it'd have been quite good having that Pokemon. We've got speed up, the levels. Whereas the Paris would have probably died to one shot anyway, because it's just a weak Pokemon. But yeah, the weeping bell would have probably been quite useful still. The sleep powder. So who we got? We got Gyarados. So we got water flying, dark, grass. I don't think you've got your fighting type yet, have you? No, you're still just grass. Normal and ground, flyer and fighting. Not fighting, sorry, fire rather. So if we take you then, because you're rock, I don't know what level you evolve, but we can just have you in the back. You probably won't be able to do much at the moment. You're fairy, so that's good to keep in mind. Have you got your grass? No, you haven't. Or maybe you just stay fairy, I'm not 100% sure with you, to be fair. We will quickly make our way back to the underground. And then we can save there. I have to make sure I save because I keep forgetting to do that, and then I lose the content and have to do it all again. This video might go over a little bit more than the last one did. Right, so I'm going to save here and we will continue next episode from here.